Welcome everyone, it's time for the news. Do you know what I realized I haven't got on this screen, and I should probably grab from the other screen, is the date and time, because I do feel like that's kind of important for the news. Because all of this is time relevant, like... the reason why I like this segment is because it is very now. Like, this is what you'll look at and you'll learn about now. It's not gonna fucking matter in like even a week's time, in a sense. Like, this is stuff that we'll know. But what's great about this is that's why I think it's good to stream stuff like this, because it is gonna let you know stuff that's happening right now, and it's good for discussion, in my opinion. But yes, it is the end of November, so we're going to be getting a little bit of news here, but mostly the news will probably be happening in about 2 weeks or so. But yeah, I kind of missed the little clock up. Yeah, I have it only in the chill chat. I don't have it everywhere else. But Zoids, fucking Zoids. I don't get often to talk about Zoids. I haven't really interacted with it in a very long time. I was a big fan of the anime when I was a kid, and I had a few of the Zoids that I actually made. But if you knew old Zoids, new Zoids isn't too different in a sense, except for one or two little things, which includes the fact that they are very shonen simple style drawn characters, or even younger art style, and then the fact that they are slightly smaller. The Zoids are actually smaller, and in the anime they actually ride them. So I don't know if it has it in this cutscene, in this cinematic, which I'll play, but they have basically they ride on top of them, which I'm not a big fan of. But I'm debating about grabbing this game. So this is Zoids. This is actually a port of the other one, I believe, but it's a pretty simple combat. Like, I don't know, I think this is just the cinematic trailer, but if you don't know what Zoids are, they're essentially they're mechs that are animals, and they kind of do behave like animals. There's different universal stuff, like depending on which universe the anime it's based on, it's like that establishes what the fuck they are. But like, they're just weaponed up robo animals, and you jump in your mech and you fight. That's pretty much it. Yeah, you loved the anime as a kid too. Yeah, it was fucking amazing. I loved because there was 3 seasons when I grew up, and the first season was like, you had him as a young boy, and it was an ancient destroyed civilization, similar to what you can see in the background, and they fought this thing, which is a massive T-Rex, which was extremely overpowered. And then the second season, the same character actually grew up, and then the third season it was a completely different thing. It was like just a battle arena, which is what most Zoids is these days, I believe. But the gameplay, if you want to go check out the gameplay, it's very simple. It's an arena fighter. Apparently it hasn't reviewed fantastically. Actually, I think they got some footage here, maybe. But it's mostly similar to like a mobile-y sort of game. But it's sort of just dumb fun. So, if you're interested, go check it out. I can't believe that I'm hosting the Game Awards. I'm finally here for the news. Hey Bear, how you going? Glad you can make it. I would love to host the Game Awards. No, I wouldn't. That'd be terrible. I like talking over things. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it, because friends of mine have, like, we usually do a sit down and watch the Game Awards together and things like that, and just talk over it. But if you call, I like to talk over, like, whether it be the game announcement stuff, or Gamescom, or PAX and stuff like that. All that sort of thing. I probably will do the same with the Game Awards. Maybe we could do a collective thing. Maybe I could get a couple of streamers together if we want to just talk over some shit over it. Because, yeah, it's dumb. The Game Awards are really dumb. So it's good to poke fun of it and just enjoy it. So, yeah. And announcements to come. That's what I think. Alright. Moving on. Nintendo orders cancellation of a Smash Bros. Tournament over mod use. So, this one set the internet on fire, basically. This happened, I saw this news piece came up right as I think I started or ended the news segment last time, but it sort of kept going. Like, it just turned into a new thing and they kept talking about it, and yeah. Nintendo Nintendo kind of being shit again, unfortunately, and for no real justifiable reason as far as most people can tell. And I don't know, maybe they'll get their shit together one day, but I really don't think that's going to be the case. I saw the trailer of the Monster Hunter movie in the cinema. Oh, you saw it at the cinema the other day. What are your thoughts? Don't worry, Yonso, we're going to talk about that shortly. I've got a couple of little segments for the Monster Hunter movie. But yeah, if you followed me on Twitch or you've seen on my Discord, you probably know kind of what I think about that movie. But yeah. Did you see the twit longer that went along with the Smash news? The one was like Nintendo actively shutting down things? Yes. Are you talking about the anonymous account that came up a few days ago from a reputable source, which people are fairly sure they know who it is? And the big... Yeah, I saw that. Fuck. Okay. So, just to expand on what's happened here. So, there are a couple of different mods that have been helping out fighting game communities or other just online communities for older games that have terrible netcode. They can include things like Parsect. I think even like some of the like Yonso and crew have used it for like the Nintendo Online stuff for like the N64. I believe that this one is called... Oh, I've lost the name of it. I hadn't really heard about this one, but Slippy. So yeah, Slippy is a netcode mod that works with, I believe, Dolphin, and yeah. They've been using it for years. These different things have been used for years because otherwise you can't do online tournaments, especially with the fact that COVID is now in place that physical tournaments cannot take place. Nintendo went and brought down the ban hammer and just said, no, you cannot do this event, not monetize this event, you are not allowed to run this. Despite there actually being a whole heap of stuff related to financials for something like this. And yeah, it's pretty shit. And yeah. And like Mo says, Nintendo have been kind of being forceful over the past few years of shutting down things. This isn't the first Nintendo based game or slash Smash tournament that's been shut down. Smash Melee has actually been targeted a few times by Nintendo. And sometimes for okay reasons, sometimes for terrible reasons. This one's a terrible reason, but yeah. I don't know. There's not really much they can do apart from, like, they really are at Nintendo's mercy. Like, it's the only thing is, like, Nintendo are going to keep trucking, they're going to keep doing their own thing. It's just their old stuff is being inhibited for some reason, and it's hard to do. It's like it's hard to establish what, I guess, is Nintendo's aim with any of this stuff. Like, I'm really not quite sure, but... Can we talk about how upsetting it is for Hyrule Warriors to have no online co-op? Oh, I didn't know that, Bear. I don't actually have a segment on that, but I totally didn't know that. I'll think about that after I've talked about this. With talks of leagues and Twitch circuits, etc. Maybe Nintendo should support the games with good implementation. I don't get it. They're not making any money off Melee? No, they're not. Okay, so... The idea that might be coming about from this is that Nintendo is trying to, because Nintendo and a lot of Japanese companies are very brand focused. They do not want the identity that is whatever they're publishing, whatever they're making, being tarnished in certain ways. And let's just say Smash has had a bad past few years in terms of community and things like that. The fact that the FGC really looks down upon them just because of their approach and just because they just can't play ball. Like, the Smash community has a really bad, like, identity. It's gotten better since, I would say, the last few years just because of Smash Ultimate, and a lot of newer players have come in and they've been better and they've gotten integrated better with the Smash community, but they still have a bad stigma. Maybe Nintendo really doesn't like that. Maybe it's just Nintendo doesn't want anything to come about bad related to their old IP, which, even though they're not making money off it, it could still hurt them in a sense. So, but they're spending money to shut down these things, so I really don't know. It's just strange. They could handle this stuff better. They could be making money off this. There's so many things they could be doing, but yeah. I think this year was the worst year in terms of being exposed. That's definitely true. I would definitely think that there is zero chance Nintendo jumps back into negotiations mentioned in the tweet longer. I kind of agree. Mo. Yeah, so if you don't know, there was a big old post that came out, I think it was like was it like 2-3 days ago, that basically was a expanded anonymous post from an individual that was in the community and knows. And if you want to go look for it, you can go look for it. It's out there, but it details a whole heap of stuff that's happened within the community and stuff that's their interactions with Nintendo and why they probably will be continuing to act in this manner in the future. And yeah, the pretty. Oh, there we go. Mo's found it. So yeah, if you want to look into that, go have a look. But yeah, if you're a Smash player or Smash Melee player specifically, you're in a rough space. It's harder to play retro games just in general. There is tool sets, but if you're wanting to be a tournament player that is somewhat going for money or whatever, good luck to you, because it's going to be a shit show. I mean, tournaments in themselves are already kind of a bit of a rough thing. FGC versus esports, like the FGC does not function in the same capacity, and the amount of people that make money is, well, I mean, even esports is similar, but a lot of people are under the opinion that it's because Nintendo only wants the player base to focus on the newer versions of the game because that's what drives sales. I kind of agree, Bear, but I don't agree also. I don't think that they really are thinking about that. I think it's because the people who are playing Smash Melee as a thing and having it as their tournaments do not care about the new one. Like, this is a thing that's like, it's an established community. Them squashing that community isn't going to force them to play a different game. So I'm fairly sure they would recognize that. It's not a situation where it's like, imagine telling the Third Strike players to go play Street Fighter V. That's not happening. They're completely different games. No one wants to play. I love Third Strike. I would be like happy to play that and watch that competitively way more than I am for Street Fighter V. And it's like, if that game was just not allowed to be streamed or played or whatever, I wouldn't be forced over to Street Fighter V. I'd just be like, guess I'll go watch something else that I'm actually interested in. Like, it's not exactly how that works, so I don't know. So they go out of their way to sync their old games. It is possible, Bear. I really will never know the true answer, I feel like, with things like this. But also, hey, we blew up Takashi. How you going, man? But yeah, that's a big old thing. You probably heard about it. It's going to continue, and they're probably going to see more stuff in the future. Here's just a fun, dumb one. This stuff comes about all the time. Another micro machine has come about. This one is probably one of the weirder looking ones. That's why it's probably worth talking about. We've got a little mini screen computery thing with a fight stick, and it's super strange. This looks incredibly uncomfortable. A lot of these are really uncomfortable to play, but if you just want a collection of weird, random arcade games, you can check this thing out. Maybe. I don't know if it's worth its price, though. Hey Klaus, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Even though we don't celebrate in Australia, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'm always envious that some of that stuff just looks super fun. Hey Lolly, happy Thanksgiving. I will actually be doing Animal Crossing after the news, and we will do Thanksgiving in Animal Crossing. So if you guys want to come celebrate with me, I'm going to do the event in game. I don't really know what is in that per se, that event, but I think it should be fun. I don't celebrate it this year, but I wish best to all. Thanks to us, we appreciate it. I feel like it's going to be a strange year for a lot of people, because this and Christmas, I think, is the main time that people in America seem to see each other as family. So yeah, we had an amazing fucking amazing dinner. That sounds awesome. I cook quite a big Christmas feast usually, so I kind of get what you guys do, and I assume that's almost equivalency. But does that mean you guys do a big old Christmas feast for as well? So you eat a heap of food during Thanksgiving, get fat, and then you get even fatter from eating Christmas feast. I would play Street Fighter 3 on Fightcade without seeing the... Oh my god, yeah, I know, Yash. Yash, don't get me started on, like, just online communities especially ones that are very loose in terms of just they have no sort of control over like people talking in particular ways and stuff like that. It's rough. Shooters and MOBAs really fucking hurt playing them sometimes. I can't stand the chat. I've been playing WoW again recently, and sometimes I don't like looking at trade chat. There's a lot of angry people out there. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless you and wish you a wonderful day. A wonderful and safe day. Thank you, Alpha Wolf. You too. Again, we don't celebrate it in Australia, but I will be celebrating it with you guys in Animal Crossing. That'll be where I am. I'm actually not good at opening and showing my emotions today, so today has been a relatively challenging and to tell all my friends and family that I genuinely appreciate them. Oh, lolly. But I'm proud that I told all of them how much they mean to me. That's super cool, lolly. I kind of feel I feel that. I'm not the type of person that really opens up to people very much in terms of expressing that stuff. I think it's easier when it's like there's this distance between us and chat and stuff like that, and I can be a bit more candid with you guys sometimes, but yeah, it's definitely a hard thing, and it's good if you can do that. In my country, we don't celebrate it as well, but just wanted to spread some positivity. Thank you, Alpha Wolf. Well, you have a great day anyway. We'll enjoy Thanksgiving vicariously through the Americans. That's what we'll do. Must easy of me doing chat. Legit, how Okio does and Crow does it. Yeah, I love their relationship. They're very cute. Alright, we should go back to the, we get back to the news. Get this wholesome shit out of here. Demo Reborn is coming to iOS, Android in December 17. So I only brought this up because I want to play this game, and I'm using this as a reminder. I kind of really want to play this game. I never played the original, but this version looks really good and very beautiful. So I think it's meant to be quite heavy hitting too, and that'll be good. Unapologetically telling people how much they mean to me. That's what you should do. You should be there in your face, telling them how much they mean. And they're just like blah blah blah. You have the power at that point. That's what it's all about. It's all about the power. The world ends with you. Animation begins airing in April 2021. Second trailer. Now I already know Mo is very excited for this. I've been following this for a little bit. It's still bonkers to me that this is coming about. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, I might play the second PV here. It's very cool. So one thing to note when you watch this is all 3D. These are all 3D models. There's moments you can't really tell, but then there's other moments you really can tell. Time for some death games, everyone. It looks so good. I can't get over how good it looks, and I think it transitions the art style from Nomura's thick art very, very well. And they have the music too, which I'm pretty psyched about, because I'm always worried when anime adaptations happen they don't have the music. So I feel like I should probably explain what this is. So if you have been living under a rock and you don't know what The World Ended With You is, this is a series that, well, not a series, it was an individual game that was released, I want to say almost 10 years ago now. It's quite old now, and it's a pretty big cult classic, I would say. It's a Square Enix weird, very simple game, but very fun. And had an amazing music, amazing art, and yeah, after the longest time, they decided to make an anime. 2007 release. Jesus, it's 13 years old. Holy crap. Yeah, we didn't think this was coming, but we were even more shocked when not only this anime was coming, we got this little announcement. The world ends with you, Neo. I don't know why it's Neo. The world ends with you. There might be something to do with that, but strange that they've got a prefix in this one. But yeah. Hey Android, what type of game is that? It's a mobile game. They're pretty much like a. I think it'll be in this trailer. I'll show you in a second. But yeah. You love that trailer? Wait, it's an anime. So that one's the anime of the original game, which is going to be interesting to do because there's a lot of swords.
Please adopt me.
Oh god. Thank you, Up. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to. I think I might have to put a timer on that one. It scares the shit out of me every time. But yes, the anime is going to be weird to how they tell the story because there's a lot of story in The World Ends With You, which is broken off into side story stuff. But like, yeah. Post the announcement of the anime, we got this little teaser, and that one might be a little quiet. I might have to turn that one up, Warlock. How you doing? But yeah. I legit had no hope for that countdown. There's been so many bait countdowns. It's truly insane that a sequel is coming. It is super insane, Mo. So one of the big things that's crazy about this is The World Ends With You has had so many redos. Me and Mo were actually talking about it. I hadn't played half the remixes.
That's funny.
And
that's actually what I did to your mom last night.
God. But yes, the World Ends With You, like getting an actual sequel. And it's a sequel. This isn't a prequel. This is a sequel, despite having a prefix for some reason. Is pretty fucking crazy. And it's like I said, it's been 13 years since a proper sequel to this game. But yeah, hey Al. Yeah. Just got back from dinner. From playing Age of and only eating dinner. Maybe I should play that on stream. I don't know. But anyway, let's check out the announcement trailer for The World Ends With You. I think this is... Okay, so by the way, yeah, this looks like the Switch version. So this game is coming out on Switch and PS4 and a couple other things. Yeah, it looks like The World Ends With You, but it's weird because it doesn't look as high res as it probably should be, and I don't know if it's them struggling with the Switch Switch performance, but lots of new fun characters. There's pretty much the same combat as far as I can tell. Like, I mean, it might be a little reduced. It's hard to say. I am curious. I want to see more of it, but it almost looks like it might be a little bit reduced. Hey NC, how you going? Those buildings don't look structurally sound. They are real buildings, by the way. This is Shibuya. Oh, you're talking about the fact that they lean? Yeah. But yeah. It looks pretty fun cool. The music sounds really good. The only thing I think is really the art just looks like the shade, the rendering looks something's wrong. And I don't know if it's just being impacted by the Switch or something, or if it's just had a very low budget. But I'm very excited to go back to Shibuya. By the way, when you walk around in real life in these locations, games like this get very weird because they are straight up these locations. Showing him walking past Tower Records, Embargo fucked me up. I want to be back in Shibuya. I know, Mo. I know. The weird part is I now have like such a distinct feeling to this because of Digimon Cyber Sleuth and spending so much time playing those games that I can't unsee those from this game now. And once I play this, it'll probably all come back. But yeah. Reminds me, I need to buy a capture card for the Switch. So many good games are coming out. Yeah, go for a Warlock. I think even if you're not streaming, capturing the Switch can be really nice because there's some really nice looking games on it. Wait, Mo, you've been to Japan before? Viva la revolution! Can't impress my will. I've been twice. I went with Taz in December before COVID. Oh, you went just before. Oh, crazy, Mo. Yeah, there's a friend I've got over there. He tells me like it's kind of weird over there during COVID. Like they were instantly into masks and stuff like that. But they mostly back to normal running now. So I still think it might be a while before anyone travels regularly. Oh wait, I found out that Ellie, that you're Taz's brother. Oh, as in Mo, yeah. Soylent's into this household. No, Taz is Mo's sister. Christmas in Shibuya? Shit, I'd love to go. I kind of want to go to Japan in winter, but at the same time, I kind of liked it in autumn so much I'd probably go back in autumn again. But yeah. It's fucked that you can almost navigate in Shibuya through only playing The World Ends With You. It's pretty funny, Mo. There's quite a few. It's the same with like playing Yakuza as well. There's a few moments where you're walking around like, all right, I just know where I am. Yeah. I'm just going there for the VTubers. When I went there, Lolly, which was quite a few years ago now, VTubers weren't a thing. They 100% weren't a thing. Some things were, like there were like streamers and stuff, but I don't think there was any VTubers. Wasn't there for Christmas 30th till... You wasn't there for Christmas 30th until 15th. Oh, you were there till the 15th. Ah, I see. So you just missed Christmas. So here's the thing. If you're going to Japan, you kind of don't want to be there during the holiday season. It's so fucked over there. Like, the amount of tourism they get and the amount of people that are over there, just in general, even when we were in there for Halloween, was insane. So you want to pick carefully when you go to like places like that, especially the tourist destinations like parts of Tokyo and even in America as well. But yeah, I went to Japan in January. It was awesome. January seems like an okay time to go. It's on the tail end of winter. It might be better. Actually, no, it's in the dead center, I guess. Armin has finished Age of Calamity, but not 100%. You're not addicted. I assume you're going to play a lot of that game. Hey Taco, how you going, man? It got snowed on in Kyoto. I was able to walk all day and never go out. It never got hot and sweaty. Yeah, but part of going to Japan, it kind of feels like you need to get the hot and sweaty. If anyone needs a cap card Amazon, it has an Elgato 4K. Oh wow, whoa. Oh, it's Black Friday sales. Is it Black Friday sales today? I mean, ours has probably started earlier, Mo. In America, it might be tomorrow, but yes. If you do need shit and you're really looking for technology, I might actually buy 1 or 2 things myself. Please have a look at Black Friday sales. I haven't got game Black Friday sales and I haven't got tech Black Friday sales amongst the news, but there is lots out there. If you need some sources or anything, come hit me up in Discord. I'll send you some directions. There's some really good sales right now. There was I was there mid-January and most tourists were hitting the snow, I think, so it worked out. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I knew a lot of friends that went over to Japan during the snow seasons to do snowboarding and things like that. So yeah, kind of get that. I'd like to say I'm not a weeb because I'm not. You know, one second. Oh, I felt my nose getting a little stuffy, sorry. You're only like 0.5 Japanese. That's okay, Lolly. I mean, you can enjoy Japanese stuff and it's fine. Like, fuck it. If people want to label you and leave, whatever. Like, you enjoy what you enjoy. It really doesn't matter. I need a mic and a USB port and a webcam. Yeah, you need it if you want to try and get stuff. Sales right now will probably be a good idea, but you got to be quick. But don't go fucking nuts. Don't go into a store and rampage around. I wonder with COVID how it's going to handle like all that store situation. Expect spikes in America again. You guys are in trouble. Stop going into stores and being crazy people. I would like to go in autumn to see the leaves. It's amazing, CJ. It's so fucking good. I love Japan in autumn. It's so wonderful. I'm a big fan of cherry blossoms. Yeah, we were going to go see the cherry blossoms this year and then we postponed, but maybe I'll go sometime soon. My laptop has 3 ports and need an extended port. Yeah, I've got an extended USB adapter on my desk here. The normal ones are even cheaper too. The first time I went to accidentally hit Sakura season, but a big wind blew in through Osaka. Well, I've told this story before. We almost got prevented from leaving Japan when at the end of my last trip because there was a typhoon. We just got out just in time, sort of thing. Otherwise, we would have been trapped for like a couple of days. Hey Sky, how you going? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Also, I had a really cool day today. I've been having a rather sour relationship with exercise. That sounds good. If you're getting out there and working out and doing all that stuff, that's really good. I've been shit the past, I want to say, month or two. That's why I have the exercise thing for you guys. You can help me. I want to go around August timeframes. Tanabata. July, August. That's probably... Oh, no, Lolly. Alright, hang on. I don't want to... Okay, I'll save that one, Lolly, because I don't want to... I already feel like we're already kind of getting a bit delayed with the news. So, I'll hold on to that one. Exercise, bitch. I'll do it a little bit in, because I want to keep moving. Alright. Phantasy Star Online 2, which I'm looking forward to. It looks amazing. New Genesis live stream is set for December 19th, so they're going to show off more stuff. If you don't already know, Phantasy Star 2 is getting an upgrade, a visual upgrade completely, for both the original game and for New Genesis. So if you are a Phantasy Star Online player, you will get to enjoy this stuff. And I think they might be still both free, but yeah. I'm excited. It looks like a completely different game, I'm going to be honest. It looks like Monster Hunter. You love PSO and PSO2? Yeah, I was so happy when it finally came over to the West. Square Enix trademarks the Isle Dragon Roars and Deep Insanity in Japan. I don't know what these are. I think I looked into these. So I actually knew about... There was rumors... I want to say like 3 months ago, 2-3 months ago, that had these names brought up somewhere, and I wasn't 100% sure what they are. So if you guys know, feel free to let me know. But Mugen Shinsoku-zan, I think these might be mostly Japanese tiles. Deep Insanity seems to be tied to this thing. Oh, here we go. We haven't seen anything about what Deep Island the Dragon Roars is. Guess as good as ours. Deep Insanity is a sci-fi mystery manga series serialized in Gungan comics. Oh, okay, so these might be Japanese only games. I don't know what the third one was. But yeah, Square Enix games. It's always good to keep an eye out on them. Some can be really big, some can be just really fun. So yeah, I haven't touched that series since the PS2 era. Class, like, yeah, most people I feel like haven't touched PSO in a very long time, but it's I think it's worth checking out now that it's come to the West. It's a little easier, you can get it on Steam and stuff like that, but then you also, now that New Genesis is coming, it might be worth checking it out either just before or when it comes out, so good to keep an eye out on that series. It looks like we might be just getting more Phantasy Star directly to the West, which is cool. Oh god, my Pokemon card situation is getting out of control. My desk has cards strewn about it. Oh my god, you'll send a Discord for it? It sounds good. So, do you know what's funny about those? I used to have that all the time. I've actually got all my card folders in my cupboard now. Yeah, can get out of control. I'd love a PSO remastered, the original PSO. I don't know if that would happen, Warlock. That'd be such a feat to do. But I definitely think that we're getting, like, I think Genesis is more than I ever thought we would ever get for that series. I thought we might be getting PSO 3, but nah, they were like, nah, everyone loves PSO 2 so much. Oh, sorry, Sky, I missed your message. Good, just got done with your quarantine? Oh, were you in quarantine? Oh, shit, Sky. That sucks. Hopefully you're okay. I know Pixie was in quarantine recently and stuff as well. Like, it's rough. I need to actually go to the doctor's soon, and it's like one of those things where it's like I've opted for a phone call because it's that thing of like, I don't really want to go to the doctor's still. Even though we're like in Victoria, we're celebrating a month with 0 cases. So we're pretty clean, but still going to play it safe. All right, let's get to the big one. Wow, big-ish. I don't know, should I call it big? It's the thing that I keep being brought up, and everyone knows that I should talk about this. So you all probably know about my recent cameo in Monster Hunter World movie that will be coming out soon. I don't look great in this photo, I'm not gonna lie, but we got more trailers have dropped, and yeah, I think we've already played these trailers before, but I'll play them again. But basically, this movie is coming out in December, and I'm torn whether or not I want to see this. There's elements of it that seem pretty cool, especially with the latest trailers. Like here, we actually see 2 more monsters here. So there is a split frame that you see Cephadrome, and a split frame that you see a Kutkulu. So I imagine it will probably have an okay amount of monsters maybe, but I assume they might be like training montage-y. But yeah, it kind of looks awkward and weird. I don't know. I really don't like Mila Jovovich. I don't think she's she's a very serious actor in a world that I think shouldn't be treated very seriously. But also Ron Perlman, not looking great. He's looking his age, unfortunately, and I don't think this movie's done him any visual favors. But it looks fun enough. I don't know. I'm torn. I kind of want to watch it. Oh, also Gore Magala, if you didn't realize was in this. But yeah. Honestly, I think it'll be better than expected. Can't be bad dialogue, but the monster and effects will look good. I don't know why he says Palico. It's strange. But it looks like we might only have one Palico in the movie, and it probably is the Meowster Chef, which is the Admiral's cat. So, and there is another trailer that I haven't got here, or I don't think I've got here, which is actually got him with a weapon. So we're going to see the Meowster Chef actually fight, I guess. But yeah. I'm a movie star. Watch it for the monsters. I think I might be watching it for the monsters. It's going to be awful, but entertaining. I hope so. I want it to be at least that, because the thing is, game movies always just turn out so shit. We need to get some wins. You gonna go lurk at Yash? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Yash. You have a great day, man. Enjoy yourself. I look good in the trailer, working out. Fuck yeah. I had to build up all that muscle. I have to drop it now because, as you can see, I'm back to being a scrawny cat boy. But at one point, I had to get pretty buff. Though you can tell it took a toll on my fur. I'm a bit scraggly. I didn't get to the peak perfection of look. Not a supermodel. Wrong thing. But yeah, that movie's coming out soon. But there was one more piece of information that came out. There is a few extra trailers I haven't played, but if you guys want to watch it, however, we have this came about. So this is big news in a weird way. Hopefully Tony Jaa gets more screen time. I hope so, Klaus. I really do. So far he's done a few things in the trailer. Looks pretty cool. But hopefully he gets to go ham in some scenes and have some good action scenes. But yeah, like I said, I really don't know. You could have done better. Thanks, Lolly. So because that movie is coming out, and because Rise isn't out yet, they've decided to opt for Mila Jovovich being added as a crossover character quest for World. So in Monster Hunter World, we've got Monster Hunter Cross Monster Hunter. Yeah. There is a trailer here. I think it's only the small one, unfortunately, but yeah. Hey Steedling, how you going? Breaking news, local VTuber turns out is not what species you think he is. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm a big old cat man. But yes, so it looks like we're getting another crossover event quest in Monster Hunter World, which she looks like she's taking a magic portal, which is what did happen in the movie. So I guess that lines up. She's fighting the Black Diabolus, which she did in the movie. I guess. So I don't really know. I don't know. I feel like this is probably designed to be her post her how she is in the movie, so she knows how to hunt and stuff like that, and she has the armor, but it's pretty bland. She kind of looks like she's wearing Skyrim armor. She looks okay. I feel like her face is, they've captured her well. She doesn't look the worst. I'm not particularly interested, but the reason why this is a big deal is that we were told Fatalis is the last content drop we are getting for Monster Hunter World, which seemingly has been true. They're not working on anything. However, this movie piece, this crossover is coming out, which is actually now going to possibly be the last one. However, we are now... I think that this is what's happened is the movie was likely pushed back, which also pushed back this DLC. And by pushing that back, actually put it post the Fatalis event. So this was probably done a while ago, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're going to get any more content. I think this might be the last one, which in a weird way is kind of bittersweet in the sense we're getting something else, but it might be just... it might be something we don't really want to be as our last memory versus Fatalis per se. But yeah. What does femme fatale fatalis mean? You mean femme fatale? Femme fatalis. Is Fatalis a woman? There's a lot of fan art that makes it a woman for some reason, but yes. I think she looks good. I mean, it looks like her. It can't look worse than Leon's skin. Yeah, I agree, Bear. I mean, the worst ones are definitely the Street Fighter ones. I think the Street Fighter ones are monster people, but they definitely don't look terrible, I would say. These ones that are in this more realistic style actually does kind of work for Monster Hunter, and it's kind of got their art style going, but yeah. I'm no Monster Hunter. I'm a MILF Hunter. Settle down, Lolly. You're too horny in chat. You'll hunt femme fatales, deadly dragon ladies. Like I said, Fatalis has actually got like a whole heap of like art that makes her a female. There's a lot of the monsters, I think people do that. And yes, the 100 points, don't regret it. I think that's a good use. Gonna replace Fatalis with the same size model of Mila Jovovich, a giant Mila Jovovich. Make sure to retrieve me one safely, Geraldo. Yeah, you're not allowed to kill it. You've got to only use capture techniques. God. But yeah, that's Monster Hunter. If you want, there's more trailers out there. I think there's like 2 other trailers, newer trailers. So there's a few other cuts, a few other monsters. So if you want to look that up, go for it. But the movie's coming out soon. Again, do not go to the cinema. Be responsible. Do not go to the cinema if it is not safe in your area to go for COVID. Like, it is very likely I will be able to go because of how good Victoria is doing at the moment, but really don't go don't go if it's not safe, please. Look after yourself. I love those MK movie skins. Missing Liu Kang though. Yes, okay, alright. Jumping to new one. New news. Mortal Kombat movie skin pack. So this one actually is a little bit interesting. Oh, excuse me. You live in Victoria? No, that's in Canada. There's multiple Victorias. I live in Australia. A new cinema opened near me. I mean, CJ, I think we actually are in a space that we probably could go, but I don't really know how they're handling it. I definitely wouldn't be sitting directly next to someone. That's all I'll say, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Also, being trapped in a box is like I don't know, being trapped in a cinema box, I don't know if that's necessarily healthy with a whole heap of other mouths, but Mortal Kombat 11 movie skin pack calls for the back to the classics. So, I wish this thing would stop appearing. Esports thing. We are getting a classic movie skin pack from the original Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah, they did a pretty good job. And apparently, I don't know if for everyone, apparently they went and got their actors to voice the characters when you were in those skins. So that's pretty fucking crazy. And they really do
like the Mortal Kombat team, as much as I'm not a fan of NetherRealm games to play, and some of the stuff like it where it's like I'm just not into gory stuff and all that, I do appreciate what the fuck Mortal Kombat is as a modern concept and what they do for their community. Pretty fucking cool. Just wish the game was better. But yeah, if you're a fan of old crazy shit and old 80s stuff, why are you not playing Mortal Kombat? That's my question. But yeah. This fucking week, your country is going under a huge influx of COVID and a third or fourth wave. Lolly, I don't think you've left out of the first wave, to be honest. I think you guys just live and breathe COVID now. That was a movie that ultimately was awful but highly entertaining. Yeah, I love Z-grade movies that just end up like becoming cult classics and just terribly wonderful. I mean, even the Street Fighter movies like that. As a kid, I loved the fuck out of it though. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's all about. Some of those movies are just terribly good, and that's why it's like, I mean, terribly good, not terrible like the Mario one. The Mario one's super bad. As a kid, I loved the fuck. Oh, is that what I said? Whoops. Some kids do love the fuck. But please don't. No. That I shouldn't have said that. That's terrible. Rename it to USC, USA. US COVID. United States of COVID. As if you don't love the Mario movie. Red Goblin. Goblin, how you doing, man? As if you don't follow Goblin, he's a very, very funny individual. Very entertaining streams. Please go give him a follow. I feel like I don't see Goblin too often, so I didn't get to shout him out too often. But please go give him a follow. He is in Australian times. He does late Australian times. But yes. Don't clip any of what I've said today. That Mario movie's bad. It's painful. That movie's particularly painful. It's really, really strange. Hey, NC, welcome back. Mario movie book? Impressive. I had the Mario movie book. What? What do you mean? What do you mean there's a book? Like as in like a picture book? Or do you mean a book? I watched the Mario show, I had no idea what was going on. I loved the Mario shows. The cartoons were so good. I love all those cartoons. They were so cheesy fun. Mario and Street Fighter are really painful. Yeah. Do people in this chat know what the United States of whatever? It's my United States of whatever. Is that what you're talking about, CJ? Damien and his mouth again. Don't worry. I'm going to say stupid shit. It's a really old movie, NC. You might be too young. A lot of younger people probably don't know about that movie, but it's terrible. Really bad. The more important thing to know is that John Leguizamo, I can't say that last name, Leguizamo, the star of the Mario movie, he still says that like that movie tanked his movie career. By the way, Goblin, like I don't know if he would still look back on it and talk about how much he hated it, but he was in a few movies and then he just disappeared. And he wasn't a terrible actor. Like I don't think he was the best, but like I was watching Roger Rabbit again recently, and yeah, that movie was just rough. Captain Lou Albano is a cool dude though. He is. I fucking love him. He's amazing. Thank you, Strawberries. How you going, Strawberries? You guys are figuring out my name. It's funny. I don't really bring up my name very often, but you guys have figured it out, and it just seems to consistently come back sometimes. Super Mario Bros. The movie, the novel? Oh my god. I'm gonna write a book on it. You doing well? You're just eating? Oh, cool. You can just have a comfy watch up with us. Amma knows the Mario movie. It's pretty old. It's pretty old now. It's an 80s movie. Drunk the entire time just to cope. Was that true, Warlock? I didn't know that. I would imagine that'd probably be so. The Goombas were more threatening. The Goombas were terrifying in that movie. They were just awful looking. If you haven't watched that movie, maybe go look up some screenshots. It's a super bizarre movie, or some clips. The guy who played Mario was a perfect pick to be Mario, but that was the only good decision. I mean, that's the guy that we were talking about, John Leguizamo. I think he was a good fit, but it just, the movie was just so piss poor. It's visual direction, it's conceptual direction, like everything about it was just rough. Some chili, rice, and a stir fry. Ooh, that sounds good. Food coma. Do me on, just because of my my daimonia. You might have to read the Super Mario Bros. The movie, the novel, but have you played Super Mario Bros. The movie, the novel, the game? Goblin. Don't drink because you're depressed. No, yeah, don't drink alcohol if you're depressed. But John Lennon played Mario. That would have been amazing. I feel like we've got distracted. We've got derailed into terrible movie categories. Bob Hoskins played Mario, and Smee and Hook. Bob Hoskins. Wait, have I got the wrong name? Have I got the wrong person? Which one's Bob Hoskins? Oh, that's Bob Hoskins. Yes, that's who I thought we were talking about. Wait, hang on. Which one's John Leguizamo? Goblin, you've tricked me. Who's this dude? Oh, that's a completely different person. Whoop. Wait, oh, was he Luigi? Oh, he was Luigi. I didn't even realize it. Whoa, that guy's much older than I thought he was. What if the Mushroom Kingdom was cyberpunk dystopia? I think I would hate it. CJ, that's my short bit on that. Hey, Stone Pants, how you going? Newsday? Yeah, Newsday. We're talking about shitty Mario. Yeah, we've been completely derailed by shitty movie Mario talk now. Cyberpunk 2077 better have a Super Mario Bros. I would imagine. It's very rare for games not to have at least a Mario reference in some way. But, I watched the Mario live action movie once. I forgot everything about it. It's probably for the best, Strawberries. That's what we're talking about. That movie is literally really just awful. I would watch a Mario movie where it was just like the film Twins with Danny DeVito playing Mario and Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Luigi. Oh my god. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Luigi would have been hilarious. Danny DeVito Mario. Oh my god, I would watch the shit out of that, Goblin. That sounds so good. Me and my girlfriend were actually talking about watching Twins again recently. Because we're talking about, we should watch some Arnie movies and some campy Arnie movies. So we watched like Last Action Hero. I really like that movie. I'm not sure if this is true, but they're saying that there's a new Mario coming. Yes, I mean, yes. So there was, the thing is, that's apparently been in the works for a while, and there actually is Nintendo's involved, but I don't know if it actually will come about. It's just fallen into darkness. But things like that come about here and there, so I don't know. So basically Armageddon 2022 seems to have had, I have to set up a Kickstarter for this. People have spoken. Go for it, Goblin. I can't wait to hear from you and Danny DeVito. Man, that would be, what a day that would be to have Danny DeVito on a gaming podcast. He has no idea about this stuff. I love him not knowing who Pikachu was, what a Pokemon was. Watch Hercules in New York. Hercules in New York. Oh, I do know what movie you're talking about, Stowpants. Whoa. I completely forgot that existed. Mando. True Lies. Yeah, he has some really good movies, but we were talking about watching some of his cheesier movies. But, he has some really good action movies. Like, really, really good ones. Oh, apologies. Need to sneeze. Goblin doing it for the people. Running Man is solid, and your favorite... Oh, I want it... Yes, Total Recall. Actually, that might have been the first thing I've talked about, is I wanted to watch Total Recall. We're falling into movie talk now. Hang on. We gotta get back to the news, guys. Alright, let's keep moving. Red Dead Online gets a standalone release. I loved Red Dead Redemption 2. I stopped playing it. I might return to it now one day on stream, but they added a multiplayer to it, which I never really played, or I didn't play at all actually. It sounded like it was okay. But for some reason, they've now decided to make a separate entity to it, and I think it might be just to avoid having to deal with the actual heavy login delay stuff that you would have to get in, and then you have to swap game and stuff like that, especially if it's coming to the PS5. Yeah, doing an online version is not a bad idea. That's what they did with GTA, and I think that really helped that just process of getting into maps and just playing, because the load times are massive on GTA 5, so... But yeah, not a bad idea. Is Red Dead Online still a thing? They dropped the ball on that, I remember. Nothing to do... Oh shit, Goblin, actually, you've totally reminded me. Yeah, I hadn't thought about this for a while. So the reason why Red Dead Online was so bad was because they had a whole heap of pay-to-play stuff, and they had, like, your progression was kind of tied to almost, like, pay-to-play systems, and it was very hard to progress. Unlike GTA 5, where it was like you can purchase stuff, but it really wasn't necessary. You could pretty much play the game, but it seemingly there was a lot of like frustrations around that, and I don't know if they ever fixed it. So, don't know. I don't know. GTA 5 had I feel like GTA 5's online base structure made more sense as a game versus Red Dead Online's, which I don't know. I didn't know why they sort of did it in a sense, but. Some people wanted it. Junior, the prequel to Twins, where Arnold gives birth to Daddy... Oh my god, Daddy DeVito, his twin. CJ. Kindergarten Cop, the prequel to Silent Hill. What? I want to... That was one of the movies we brought up, was Kindergarten Cop. I actually like that movie. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Did they ever fix GTA 5's load times? No, Mo. It's still terrible. It's super, super bad. I actually think it's worse than ever. Half the time it crashes when it loads for me now. I just remember that even when you got the progression tiers, the content was lacking. A lot less variety in horses than vehicles. That's 100% true. And you can't make the flying horse that fires missiles. Do you know what they needed, Goblin? In my opinion, which I was surprised they didn't do it, is one of the best, like, extra content pieces ever added to those styles of games was the undead one for Red Dead Redemption 1, and I was like, well, if they had invented something like that for Red Dead 2 Online, or even just Red Dead 2, and then you just had almost like a COD style fight zombies or protect a base or build a base and all that would have been super fun. They didn't. They just didn't. And maybe one day, but yeah. I mean, zombies aren't particularly in right now, so I don't know. We go in cycles with zombies. Zombies will come back probably in like a 2 years or something like that, 3 years maybe. I was playing on SSD, CJ, and it was still really long, really interesting. Race Farmer Simulator, close enough for this home, I'd say. Wait, have you got? Hang on, are you in a location that actually rice farming is like a common thing, Klaus? It always looks super cool. When I've been to countries where it's like they have rice fields, it's something soothing about seeing them. Can't really do it very easily in parts of Australia. You can easier in north, but not down the south. But yes, zombies so hot right now. Zombies. Sakuna. I've kind of got a tiny block nose for some reason. Sakuna. Of Rice and Ruin shipments reach 500,000 worldwide. I really want to play this game, and I kind of got this here to remind me, but this is a game that you guys might see me play sometime soon. It looks super good. I've been following its development for a long time, and yeah, this is really cool. I never thought this game would reach 500,000 sales, but yeah, it's super cool. One of the Silent Hills has a school in it. It's literally a giant Kindergarten Cop reference. Really, CJ? I didn't know that. Remember, I haven't played too many scary games, or horror games, and Silent Hill's one of them. I've seen it from the outside in, basically. The new COD Zombies is pretty good. Some R-rated movies make you stop watching it? What? As in gory movies or porn movies? Alright, Z, no problem. No, I don't live by any... I've done the work before. It's especially nice on breezy days. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. That's the thing of, like, if you've ever seen, like, a lot of older Asian people that have worked rice fields and stuff like that, or just people in general that if you see that they bent over and it's just they're holding their back, and you've got the cliche Baba look of like they're very, very bent over, and it's because they're leaning over forever. They're leaning over just for so much of their life, picking rice and stuff like that. Windex said the word. Do I have Windex? Hang on, do I have that? Is it clean or is it? Hang on, Windex. I think they've got this sound. I don't know. I can't remember if I got it from Pixie. I know I have the little image in here on BTTV, somewhere in here. Here it is. This is the best I can do for you, Mo. Oh, strawberries. I thought it was Mo for some reason. I need it. I probably should. I mean, you guys need to spray me down sometimes. Just take a big old hose to me. Naughty Dog wins 6 awards at the Golden Joystick. Alright. We're in this realm now. Clean the chat, no horny. Alright, so. This is what we have to come to expect. We're at this time of year where pretty much AAA games are going to get the awards that they should, well, not that they should, it's that we come to expect that they would be. This will very much likely have something similar happen in the Game Awards, but we're seeing like Golden Joystick and I think 2 of other award ceremonies already happened. Really, you know where I stand with some of these AAA games where it's like, yes, they do all these things, but in this particular case, the reason why it rubs me the wrong way is because of the concept of this year and last year have been very definitive of, we do not want the industry to be doing crunch anymore. We don't want the industry to be abusing their devs. They need to rethink AAAs, and that I personally think that AAAs will be the cause of the next video game collapse if it is to happen. And down this road's very dark. And yeah, these sorts of things kind of encourage this behavior though, because this allows them to chase that dollar. Like, it's like, yes, we're being gratified for the actions we're doing. And yeah, I really hope that the Game Awards make some smarter choices on this. But yeah, 6 awards at the Golden Joystick, and they were very notable ones. Like it was like as in Game of the Year and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not a good idea. It's just not great. But yeah. Anyway, let's keep moving. Epic adds a subscription service to Fortnite. Yeah, we kind of knew this was coming. I don't play Fortnite, so it doesn't impact me. I don't know if this will make more money for Epic or less money, or if it will just be additive. It looks like it's kind of an additive service to this. But yeah, if you like Fortnite, it might help you, may not help you. Who knows? Another way to play. Hey Porkbun, how you going? You agree with what I was saying? I'm assuming this is to the award ceremony stuff. Yeah, yeah. I feel funny about it. It's the same as people talk about the movie stuffs, but I feel like because it's more. All right, here's a tangent thought. So I actually really do appreciate the award ceremonies that happen in the games industry, because if you look at the categories, you can have a AAA game up against an indie game. That does not happen in award ceremonies for movies and things like that, or music, let alone. The idea that you can have such a very diverse category of games can be pitched up against each other, even if it's only 4 or something, sometimes like 6 or something. I think that's very, very cool to see. And the idea that in some of those categories, they can straight up win. And I think that's amazing. And I would love to see the industry continue that trend. But that might not be the case. But that, in a part of that is because there's actually so few AAA games versus so many big budget movies. So, yeah. Anyway. Now Samurai has to play Fortnite Addiction. Oh, he wants to. He plays it even off stream. He just doesn't tell you guys. So don't let him tell you otherwise. I just came home to Miyaza watching cat news. Oh my god, that's... Yonso, that's adorable. Hey Miyaza. Fuck, that's adorable. Get some Miyazas in the chat. Hey Redbun, how you going? What are we talking about? I was talking about the movie industry, not the movie industry, the award ceremonies in the award ceremonies for the games industry right now, what they do, what they are, why the big budgets win, why that's good, why that's bad. Really dependent, but I feel like it's in an evolution point, because it's still quite early for us in terms of getting awards, like that are actually presentable to the audience, rather than just journalists making their awards and things like that. Anyway, keep moving. I've really dragged out today's news. Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers 5.4 patch is the largest content update patch yet. I am super excited about this, because I thought that the last patch would be the last story content patch, but it turns out it's not. It looks like we are getting one more patch, one big patch that is going to include more more main story, another dungeon or two, I think, and a whole heap of extra like little bits and pieces. This is really fucking cool. I've already talked about how much people should play 14. It is an amazing MMO. It is literally my favorite JRPG that has come out in a very long time, even though it's an MMO. I actually was playing Shadowlands. WoW Shadowlands has been a good contrast now, because holy fuck, this start of this expansion for WoW has been really bad. I've got so many problems with this. I'm probably not going to play it on stream anymore because it'll just turn into me complaining about a lot of things. It's pretty rough. WoW has really turned into a junk food game that has not earned its pay grade. However, Shadowbringers has brought some of the best MMO content in a very long time to the industry. And it's one of those things that if you haven't played up to the current content in Shadowbringers, in 14, it's hard for me to suggest it to you because there is so much content that you would need to get through, and I would suggest waiting until they do the level revamp or the story revamp. However, Shadowbringers, if you are up to that content, is worth playing. It is very good. Its story is very good. Unfortunately, it's more hard-hitting if you had played the previous content, but it's still really good. I feel like you're trying to sell me something. I'm trying to just let people know that it's like this game is super worth, and it's like if anyone talks about 14, it's just like it's that weird talking from the outside in. You understand why people talk about this game particularly, because it is very worth diving into the story, in my opinion. As a lore junkie, this game is very good. As a person who likes very well told narrative, this is extremely good, very high quality. And this is the team, so this is why I'm very confident in 16, when Final Fantasy 16 comes about, is it's this team. This team is going to be working on 16, and they're very good at it, so I have a lot more like confidence that it'll be better than what 15 turned into. So yeah, rant over. Anyway, get very passionate about Final Fantasy. 14 update. I need to get this game again. Need a better computer first. Yeah, I mean the thing is they're prepping it for the PS5 as well. I think it's on PS5 now actually, but yeah. Is this a game that'll fix? Is this the one that'll fix early game, or is that'll come later? That's still a while, Mo. They said that was going to come out this year, but because of COVID, they got a lot of stuff pushed back. So I think it might be next year. It might be their aim now. They started the groundwork, but it's not in there. Every time I see any news about 14, it makes me want to play it again. It's really good. I love it. Eden's is really good too. I really like that raid. I absolutely loved playing 14 on my White Mage, but what killed it for me was when Heaven's Sword came out, I bought the X back and I couldn't do the new stuff until I completed all the previous story modes. That's it. That's the problem, Warlock. That's why I do not suggest 14 to new players. I suggest people who have played 14 and you return to the game if you are up to content. If you've been following along, doing all the expansions, play this. It is worth it, but if you haven't, I do not suggest making the big trek. It is a lot of hours. I'm not joking. This might be like 250 hours you might need to play to get up to the current story content. It's a lot. I haven't played since Heaven's Sword release, but the game's story and narrative was so fantastic. Yeah, it's super good. It's very high quality. I would say that Realm Reborn's is probably actually the weakest, which is the oldest of the content, which is what you would need to get through. You're gonna give a dare to everyone. Interesting, NC. Sounds good to me. Yep. But is it at the end of the day? That's why I compare it to a JRPG, because JRPG numbers, that's pretty standard for some JRPGs. But continuing on from Square Enix, they actually have decided to do something which is very interesting and bold, and I'm kind of glad to see, which is Square Enix to implement a permanent work from home program in December, which means they're taking this very seriously in Japan, especially in Square Enix, which is because, so notably Japan has a very poor work culture, very overworked, very rudimentary. You have to basically go into your office every day. This includes the games industry. And I think that them going for a more flexible sort of case for them is fantastic. And I feel like this year has been, as much as horrible as this year has been for the world, as a strange optimist, I'm weirdly optimistic at times, where it's like, as soon as this sort of stuff was coming about, I did have a moment of thinking that stuff like this will cause big companies in certain locations to realize that certain things that they've been forcing on workers not be required anymore, and realize that they need to implement more systems and lean on the systems that they've actually already implemented for allowing people to work from home and work in a different manner that doesn't require you to do the 9 to 5 and stuff like that. Because I'm very much against the 9 to 5. It was one of the reasons why I stopped doing what I was doing, because it can be very harsh on the psyche, and I think that some people, they can deal with it, they can live their life doing that, but other people, it'll just push them out. And having more sort of organic environments to have working practices is just better, and I think this is just a good thing for the industry. So it's good to see certain industries try it out, at least, even if it might not stick. But yeah, this year will have strained certain areas, and that's one of the big ones. 9 to 5 fucking sucks. I know, CJ. I loathed it. Especially adding on the travel as well. It's never 9 to 5. It's more like 8 to 6. Or more for some people. I, for one, love working 9 to 5 schedules. See, that's the thing, Leak Nuke. And that's why it needs to be something versatile. That you can have it so some people, if they want to do those hours, they can do that. There's some people that would like to work 20 hours in a day and then not work for the rest of the week. Like, there can be all these sorts of different methodologies of people doing it. Some of them work better for certain industries, some for others, and you can't really have the same thing everywhere. But definitely having it so it can be a little bit more variation to appropriate people's lifestyles, and to have people with certain skill sets still be able to do their jobs effectively and get into the industries that they're meant to, and not be too impacted by, say, like, there's personal circumstances and things like that. Yeah. 9 to 5? No, 9 to 5 is so 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's the standard. I love working 10 hours a week. As a Yonzo mod. Hard time. What are you talking about? You also work 9 to 5 on your own stream too. That'd be fun. I think that'd be a pretty fun thing to do, is getting employed as a mod on someone's stream. I don't know how that would work though. I am curious if people do actually have jobs where they are mods for some people's channels. Working 9 to 5 is a way to make a living, barely getting by. Sit in my car for an hour after work and not moving, and I don't know why. Thank you, CJ. I don't know why I read that out rather than singing it, but... Oh yes, the Lick Nuke 9 to 12, and then the 6 to 7 power hour. It is funny to me. I didn't realize... Lick Nuke, is that a new thing? I don't think I've seen you do like late night streams before. I'd only recently saw that, because I knew you were doing like earlier ones. But yeah, again, that's the thing about streaming, is you're sort of in control of your own times and stuff like that. As a Yonso mod, he makes me live with him and make him butter chicken. This sucks art time. Like, what? I don't even have to, like, I have to mod my own chat, and I have to make my own buttered chicken. What the fuck is this? It's true. Pour myself a cup of ambition. Stumble out of bed and stumble into the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition. Is that a song? I feel like that's also a song, but... PlayStation 5 delivers biggest console launch ever for Sony. Alright, so this news is not really surprising. This is a bit like... sort of obvious, in a sense. However, it's one of those things where... it's surprising just because of the COVID and all the limitations on stock and everything like that. However, every generation sells more than the last because of just the abundance of people, or the more people getting into gaming, just grows and grows and grows and grows. We have not hit the crescendo yet of people buying games and getting involved in the communities and stuff like that. And that's pretty cool to see. I'm not surprised by this at all. However, it is surprising just because of the fact that they have had such limited stock, that they still all sold out and they still claim this, and that they are now preparing for the next wave of consoles. And well, I mean, they're already probably preparing, but they have accelerated, it seems like, because they've claimed that we will be seeing a new wave of consoles being sold in retailers before the end of the year, which is a pretty big claim. I actually am curious how much they actually do intend to ship out, because they could also put themselves on another precipice of really just stock being bought out and not being sold again, but whatever. It's still crazy though, so I'm just happy that, like, we're not having a video game bust yet, where people still want to buy consoles. Phones are still being treated as a separate device. We're not having a situation where phones completely take over the market, and as a console aficionado, I really would prefer this to stay the case. So you have your mod, your own chat. I'm just a vanity mod, pretty much. That is a song. I don't think I know that one. Mo's cooking chicky. What? Mo cooking chicky thigh. There we go. I got it. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Mo raffle where they had to cook dinner for me. Oh my god. I'm just getting a cup of tea. I've got my cup of tea here. It's almost finished. I've been actually trying to drink tea again more recently because it's actually been helping with my throat. I don't know why. I've been having issues recently where my throat's been getting sore faster. I saw an ad that was like, "Don't you wish your computer was more like a phone?" Oh god. And I was like, what? I think it was for Chromebooks, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's still crazy to me that people would prefer to live on their mobile devices than their they prefer to live on their mobile devices than on either their PC or their console or whatever it may be. And everyone lives a different, like, everyone lives their lives in a different way and want to access media in different ways, and you get given options, and that's good. But I do want it to be one of those things where the industry doesn't look at, say, video games in the spectrum of PC or console and be like, it's just not worth the money anymore. Like, AAA is like, we're not going to touch them anymore because it doesn't make us money, which it's certainly not true. But there was a point there where they were talking in that way. And in a way, Microsoft is kind of looking at changing their identity, and that's good. I'm kind of okay with that, as long as it can make them survive. But I do want the competition between the consoles to exist, and I do want them to continue going on. Yeah. A generic lab assistant, but in what way? But in what way, what part? Unfortunately, I've been talking and chat's gone and I haven't paid attention. Hammers out, ban some randoms. Don't ban randoms, what are you doing? I wish my PC was more like a phone. I don't know about that, like, I certainly don't agree with that myself. I would not want to drop my computer on my face. Computers being like phones. Yeah, I certainly wouldn't want that myself. I like my computer being my computer. I'm an old hat though, in a sense. So it's like, hopefully we don't see too much invasion of change, I guess, in that sort of ideology. And some things are good, some things are bad. Trialing things is good, some things are good, some things are bad. But yeah. What's your favorite color of flavor of sofa? I like a 3-seater myself. I love a seat. Have you seen Lick Nuke's PC? I haven't actually seen it, Mo. Windows XP running us. No. Lick Nuke, no. You're not running Windows XP still, are you? What? He can't be. No. Lick Nuke's phone is probably stronger than his PC. What? It's got the power of the first iPod. Amazing. I kind of want to see that. I can't tell if this is true now. How are you streaming? How have you got the RAM in your computer to stream? Just a hotspot for your phone's processor. Specs. I don't have a specs command. My computer's not that. It's about 6 years old. It's pretty powerful still, but not that powerful. All right, let's switch back to the news. I feel like news is getting longer and longer because we're just having chill chats. I kind of like these streams have been turning into more chill chat sessions. It's fun. Hang on, this is Lick Nuke's PC. What's this, CJ? Why is it like all moldy? What's happening with the monitor there, CJ?
I'm horny.
You're horny for it? No, don't be horny for that monitor. What do you call a streamer who tries to keep his chat calm but can't stop the horny? Me. Oh, I get it. I can't stop the horny. You guys are. It's up to you. You live in horny life, and I give you the power to be. No, I don't give you the power to be horny. You're just horny yourselves. All right, back to the news. Immortals, Phoenix Rising animated trailer.
Wish to be horny anymore.
RGB like red, green, blue. Yeah. This game I wasn't impressed with, by the way. This is the game that looked like it ran extremely poorly on the Switch. And if you pick it up on the Switch, I will feel sorry for you because it looks rough, like really rough. This game looks... It's like a poor man's version of Breath of the Wild from the looks of it outside in. But they seemingly are trying to do a lot of promotion for this, which might be Ubisoft money talking. But oh my god. Oh, I can't play this. Okay, I can't have the music. That's a super copyrighted song. And it's from a band that I really fucking love. It's Cage the Elephant. Yeah. Hang on, I'll give you guys the link to this video so you can go listen to the song if you want. But so they did a full-on animated trailer. This doesn't. It looks good. Is this Pegbarians? Wait, hang on. I think I know the animator. This looks like Pegbarians. This is a group of I think they're a Scandinavian animation group. Thank you, CJ. Yeah, that's the trailer there. But yeah, so if you don't know, this game is set in like ancient Greece. It's if you've played Hades is a very good representation of the lore, but not lore, the like mythology. But people have seen this and it's kind of a bit silly, a bit fun, a bit boring. Greek Breath of the Wild, basically. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Ubisoft's pushing this quite hard. I don't know if this will go well for them. It sort of came out of nowhere as well. Like, I don't think anyone knew this game was really in development to the degree it was. So, I think they were hoping for a bit more surprise than it was. But, yeah, if this game comes out and the reviews are good, maybe I'll check it out. But it really, really doesn't look great, personally. But yeah. No, it had been teased ages ago, but it had a different name back then. Oh, really? What was its name, CJ? I think maybe I might have known it. Interesting. 2 or 3 E3s ago. Maybe. I can't remember that. Chat is tainted. Stay horny. I love how like the divisions between the horny and not horny come about in chat. It looks like a Zelda CDI song. It looks like a CDI Zelda. I actually think that might have been Pegbarians. If someone can do this for me, go have a look and maybe check who the animation studio was for that. But if otherwise, I'll go and check it later. Gods and Monsters, Isle of Monsters. Oh, I think yes, I do remember that, CJ. Did we see any footage of it? I don't actually remember that now. I completely forgot that was a thing. So yeah, you're probably right. That was them. But yeah,
PlayStation Plus December will give people Worms Rumble. I think I like just covering these because I think these games are usually good to get just as freebies. Most of you probably already have a lot of PS Plus or the Xbox Live or even the Switch one. So, oh god, chat, that's got horny. New T-shirt ideas: Daimono, Team Horny, and Team Not Horny. I might need to do that. It's funny. If you, be horny anymore. It's really funny because I just want to be happy. I've had people mention making merch, and it's to be horny anymore. God, no. Well, this is where we are now. I just want to be happy. I need to commission an artist for it. It's still hard for me to do that stuff because I think I need to go get some artists to commission for just to get a style for me, I guess. And then we can look into fun things like that. Because right now I don't really know what my identity is other than Catman, which may not be a permanent thing. But yes, I think the other ones are Just Cause. Oh, they'll be joined by Just Cause 4 and Rocket Arena. Is it? That's not Rocket League. That's someone else, is it? But yeah. Worms is fun. You should go check out Worms. I don't know if it's worth playing it on console, though. That's the thing. One of the drinks that works is called One Night Stand. People always asking me for one. Oh my gosh. I love how many drinks are just puns, and it annoys the shit out of me. You guys don't know I have a real weak spot for bad puns. I have the ideas, but not the illustration abilities. My graphic design skills are unfortunately lacking in drawing. Yeah, I kind of feel the same, Warlock. I can, but I just rather not. I'm not proud of my... Like, I never am happy with my stuff. Hey, copy index. Fofo? Fofo? Momo? I'm an artist, but I don't know if my style is great enough for a shirt design. No more strawberries. Practice makes perfect, and the problem is I feel like artists are never happy with their own work, so hard. Alright, we're almost there. I keep getting sidetracked. Square Enix confirms Avengers missed expectations. Now, this one's going to be a pretty fucking obvious point, because yeah, the Avengers game did not go well. That went through a development hell. It came out the other end undercooked, and it really didn't impress fans. And like, you would think that Marvel people would have eaten the shit out of this game, and I mean, it did sell okay. It sold okay, but it did not make the money back that they had put into it. And so yeah, Avengers should be called. It should have been called Anthem. Anthem, by the way, is $1 at EB Games, and it's currently 50% off. No, that can't be true, CJ. Holy shit. Yeah, again, okay, so we talked a little bit before when we were talking about the awards ceremony in terms of AAA development and the impact it has on the industry. This is what I'm talking about. This is where the thing of, if you put a big old dollar sign on it and it doesn't make its returns, you can tank a major part of the industry because of it. This is something that really they leaned heavy into, and it just did not go well. And these things happen. Like, you can't predict all this stuff. But it's very dangerous in a sense, where it's like, if you had a series of these happening at once, the industry could be hit very hard. Oh my god, CJ. When you don't have a fun endgame, your game will fail. Well, the thing is, okay, well, the game didn't necessarily need to. The problem was, most people would have been coming to a game like this to have the idea that it is very story-based and have a decent amount of meat on the bones. That you have enough content to do just on the playthrough. But apparently the story is only like 5 hours or something like that. It's something crazy short. And then it's meant to be that they were meant to be adding story content as it went on. And they did it far too slowly. And the story content they have added is very small. And then the post-game cycle is very frustrating to interact with. And that just is a formula for disaster. Their high ambitions for something like this was just... I don't know, like, if the team were just insufficient for it, or if it was they had run into too many, like, I guess, armchair CEOs,
or if they run into like straight up like cost deficiencies in particular areas for hiring staff or something. But it just did not work. Something really did not click in this system, and yeah, because it's not a bad studio. That's the thing. Like I'm having a mental blank on the studio's name, but they've done well in the past, so it's just a little sad to see that it didn't come together the way they wanted to. It's just too bad. Also, it does not look great. The art style for the heroes just, that game was not a looker, unfortunately, either. Super Mario Maker Wii U will be delisted and lose some online features early in 2021. Yeah, I feel like this is a small piece. It's just to say, yeah, you probably will have to, if you want to play Mario Maker, you will probably need to move over to the new one on the Switch. And that's just kind of a thing that happens as time goes on. But if you are a person that doesn't have any of that stuff up there and you wanted to go and make a mass download for a whole heap of Mario Maker maps, probably go do it now. Now's your time. But yeah. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout Season 3, titled Winter Knockout. Now, I wasn't going to talk too much about this, but Fall Guys, their updates are coming in a little too slow, unfortunately, for the thing it is. And as I predicted, it's the type of game that most people have already forgotten about, and it's losing its luster and all that stuff. It was a hot thing for a minute. I think they made a good amount of money, but I think that they need to be careful how they proceed from now, because I don't think they'll ever return that wave. I think people will just look at Fall Guys and be like, oh, it's just more Fall Guys. So yeah, it is what it is. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, now I think we've only got 2 articles left. We've got a sad one and a good one. So we'll start with the sad one. Cuphead DLC release date is delayed until 2021. So I just recently finished Cuphead on stream. The game was pretty fucking amazing. Very tough. It lived up to expectations in every regard. And this is something that people have been waiting for a while. But unfortunately, they're going to need a little bit longer. And I think this is the type of game that they can wait as however long they need. Nothing is like Cuphead in terms of an experience. There are a few games that are similar and have tried to catch a similar wave, but nothing will capture as much as this game did. And yeah, I think it's okay. They've decided that it's also, they've referenced the fact that it's due to COVID that these delays are happening. But that's fine. I think it's totally okay them delaying something like this, and yeah, it'll come up soon enough. And the last piece of news, which who knows what this could mean, but during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in Manhattan, where they had a big old Pikachu, they teased the 5th anniversary celebrations. Now, 25th anniversary, sorry. And yeah, yo, it's Christmas. CJ, I literally, when I opened this at first, I actually could not unsee Chris's Pikachu icon. But yeah, I am curious what they will do. You guys know how I feel about Pokemon at the moment, and I feel like they have a long way to go. Pokemon Snap is the only thing that's like I'm looking forward to at the moment related to them. Yeah, come on, just do something. Just give us something for as Pokemon fans to be excited about. It's been rough being a Pokemon fan. Pokemon Snap, I'm hoping that's good. Funny thing is that Pokemon Snap is not being made by them. It feels like the best Pokemon games come out of not the Pokemon team, and that kills me to say, but it's true. Like, Pokken was fucking choice. I love Pokken so much. And there's a whole heap of other spin-offy ones that are just so good. And they expand the world so much better than the main games do. The main games are so... Like, if I wanted to compare anything right now, WoW and Pokemon have a very similar mentality to how to produce their fucking games right now, so... Everyone wants a finished product and a rush product. That is true, Geraldo. I agree. I feel like the problem is that it's also a development cycle thing for Cuphead and games like that, where it's like they have to be careful because their money is a certain budget, and if they drag it out too much, they might have problems. Third-party Pokemon games are some of the best in the series, by far, 100%. And I kind of really would like to see something come about that really expands the universe. Like, I mean, people are talking about how they would love to see more Detective Pikachu, even though those games were quite short. And it's like, you just are in the world enjoying it. Just more story content, more exploration of ideas in the Pokemon universe. I think it's just something amazing. I still think Pokémon's worlds were so good. They're just little snapshots of what Pokemon might look like in a 3D space, and they did so much more a better job of establishing the world than Sword and Shield did by far. And yeah. Bring back the dark and creepy of Pokemon. I don't know how dark and creepy Pokemon really got though. CJ. I mean, the dark and creepiest it might have got might have been like Dialga and Palkia with Giratina. I wouldn't mind another Pokemon Coliseum or any other open world experience. I completely agree, Code Warlock. I think that was the thing when I think when Sword and Shield came out and we were proposed what it would be, it was very much a situation where we were hoping that Sword and Shield would establish more of those things that we got from, like, say, Colosseum and stuff like that. We were hoping that it would be expansive, especially considering how Sun and Moon tried as a game to try and establish a new world and a little bit of extra lore and stuff like that. But it didn't quite succeed, in my opinion. Well, the dark and creepy that it always alluded to, more of that. Hey, I don't know why I can't say your name very well. Cassintra, how you doing? How are we doing today? Good. We've done like almost an hour and a half of news. This news got out of hand at some point, and I just ended up chatting with everyone today, and it's been fun. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying the news. But I've had a comfy chat stream today. I skipped Sword and Shield because I was honestly tired of the same old start as a trainer kid catch stuff quest. Warlock, of all ones to skip, Sword and Shield is the one to skip in my opinion. I think that game is really bad. I have a lot of problems with that one. I had, as much as people complain about, I had issues with Sun and Moon. Ultra Sun and Moon's really not great at all. And I had issues with X and Y. Like, they were okay. They were okay games. It felt like we were on the decline in a sense. Sword and Shield was bad. Like, that to me is a bad Pokemon experience for me, and I love the shit out of those games. I don't even know if I'll ever, like, I haven't picked up the DLC, but I don't think I will. I do not feel like, just seeing from the outside in, the stuff they've done to those I don't think are worth seeing either anyway. Like, yeah. Have some water, thank you. I kind of need it. I'm having the last of my tea to keep me going. That's good to hear. My friends gave me shit, but I have not yielded. Yeah. So here's the thing, Warlock. I said I wasn't going to, and then my curiosity got the better of me. I got it on release. I literally blind nuzlocked that game, and I overleveled. I couldn't not overlevel when I was playing it as a nuzlocke, and I couldn't get over it. I got through it so easy. And then there was just nothing to do. I got through it in maybe, like, I think less than 10 hours. And I did everything. I touched everything. I explored the entire map. I did not want to go just catch Pokemon. It's not... Pokemon shouldn't be about the catching. That's my problem, I feel like. It should be more focused on the world building and team building. Like, it should be... You should have a situation where you feel like you want to make a team that you connect to and enjoy your time with. Gotta Catch 'em All. Apparently Gotta Catch 'em All really did take over at some point. Like, Pokemon Go, I hated the concept of Pokemon Go. When I picked up that game and I played it, and the concepts of just catching Pokemon to get candy, to catch Pokemon to get candy, made me very angry. And yeah, I don't know. Even though everyone praised the wild areas in Sword and Shield, I feel like it was one of the most underwhelming parts of the game. I completely agree, Geraldo. I was a bit disappointed by the open worlds. the concepts that are in Sword and Shield have been done better in other games, and that's what frustrates me a little bit. Sword and Shield was okay for me. I had a lot of fun with Leon and some of the characters, but it was okay. I didn't really like the characters too much in that game as well. I don't think the story was great. I enjoyed Soul Silver well enough. First time I got to endgame. Wait, you mean Sword and Shield or Soul Silver? The entire game was with only 3 Pokemon, and the last 3 gyms I just used my starter for everything else. Yeah, that happens. I'll play a core game again when the player gets to choose their destiny. Might be waiting a while, Warlock, I really do think. You really like Pokemon Go, honestly? It was my first and only Pokemon game. It was a good way to learn about the Pokemon, what they can do. Well, so that's the thing, Cassandra. So I feel like there's a division between people who want Pokemon and play Pokemon now, where Pokemon Go exists in this entity where it is very casual. It's a good way to enter and just play, but it's not the same ideals around Pokemon. And in a way, I do feel like it's a little destructive. But if you like it, that's fine. I completely okay with people having Pokemon Go as an entity that exists out there because it's something that works and is making money for the Pokemon company that they could use in other projects. However, they are not separating the identities. Pokemon Go's popularity is bleeding into Pokemon mainline. That's when we saw Pokemon Go version of Pokemon Red. We are having the concepts of mass catching becoming more of a thing. The fact that the money is not seemingly going back into development for Pokemon games. They still seem like they're making games on like a paltry sum, which makes no sense because Pokemon is the biggest franchise in the world. It makes the most money out of any franchise in video games. I am not joking. Please look this up. It makes so much money. But we have a situation where Pokemon should be AAA level budgets of development. We don't see that, and they're not making the returns on it in the way that they probably should be. Like Sword and Shield did well, but I don't think the DLC actually have sold well, and that's kind of how like each of the games have been. The first one sells well, and the second doesn't sell well. But Pokemon's been in a decline for the past few years, so Sword and Shield selling well scares the shit out of me because of the fact that that's gratifying their poor design choices. Where those games are selling well on the premise of it being a Pokemon game on the Switch for the first time, not because of the development being very well done. But yeah, sorry. This is why I try to avoid talking about Pokemon sometimes, because I've ranted a lot about this in particular, because I think they can do better. I really honestly think they can do better, and I want them to do better. Catch a moderate amount. I think catching a moderate amount would be good. I think for completionists, catching them all is fine. Like, I did that with Digimon. I literally have every version of every Digimon on Cyber Sleuth. But I don't need to catch every Pokemon. It's just something extra. But encouraging the player to mass catch for stats or certain setups frustrates me, and I really don't like that. I don't know. It's a different method. It's different methodology and thought process and stuff like that. You're more a casual player and you just play regardless, whatever else. Plus, I brought it to play with other people, and you like the concept. God knows that what they're using the money for. I don't know, Cassandra. I really don't know what they're doing. So there is a theory behind it where it is. Unfortunately, Pokemon Company is actually taking a very large sum and then putting it back into marketing and into selling product. So it is a money maker basically. It's not going into the games because the games will make money. The games will make money regardless, sort of thing, and that's how they sort of are doing it. I don't know. Pokemon Go made over 1 billion last year, and as the main games are still bad. Yes, 100%. It's Pokemon by Crytek. That looks so weird. Do you think it's also going to be that younger people are seeing it as something older and not worth playing because it's been around for so long? I don't know, Cassandra. That one's an interesting question. That one always has been a funny one to me in a sense, because I still kind of have that with some other IPs like Digimon, and I keep coming back to Digimon. It's an easy comparison. But yes, I think that at points it has had that. But no, I don't think that will ever go away in a sense, because I think that's the thing that the Pokemon Company are very good at, which is remarketing themselves to younger people, because
in a way, it is fresh to them. They've never seen it before. As much as it might seem as old and as people have seen about, their introduction at, say, the ages of like 7, 8, that's usually the prime time for Pokemon. Their introduction to it about that age is very easy for them to do because they are following all the trends. Oh my god, thank you for the follow, Very Sleepy Gamer. But yes, their first introduction to Pokemon at such a young age doesn't mean that they're being inundated by information about IPs that have existed for a huge amount of time. So yeah, you were surprised you weren't following already? That's okay, that happens, man. I definitely know there's channels where I've raided and I thought I was a part of them already. I'm like, oh, whoops. But yeah, I don't know. Plus, a lot of those games' sales could be fueled by the nostalgia that could contribute. Yes, 100% Cassandra. I think there's a large portion now. It's sort of split, where we're getting 25 years anniversary for Pokemon means 25 years worth of people finding nostalgia in a game. So it's an easy bang for their buck sort of thing. I do know that younger kids don't really know about Pokemon until Go came about, and they thought it was new. Exactly, 100%. Some people are aware of it, some people aren't. We definitely aren't in a state where it was. So when I was a teenager, or when I was a kid and Pokemon first came out, everyone knew about Pokemon. Pokemon literally made it into fucking The Simpsons being talked about, like as in like, so people knew about it just everywhere, and it was this thing of like, oh, the Pokemon craze and everyone playing Pokemon and blah 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 blah. People just know of it now. It's now like a situation where it's in the collective consciousness of people in video games and just parents and stuff like that, and be like, oh wow, this is a thing that's still around and I think kids like it, so we just go get it. I feel so old. I still remember when asking Mum for Pokemon Blue when it came out. Don't worry, Sleepy, I remember too. Rip the internet. I'll be lurking for a bit. Gotta help family. That's okay, Strawberries. Go do what you need to do. You're so fine. Wait, you're so fine. I think you were finishing up when I left anyway. Appreciate it coming through. How old am I? I'm a very, very special age. I am over the age of 30, I'll say. I had people asking me that the other day. Shout outs to Sleepy? Well, shout out Sleepy. What are we playing, man? Oh shit, you're playing Nier. Oh, I did see that, yeah. You're going into your deep dives with Nier. Kind of, I may play Automata before, Replicant comes out. Remake? Replicant? I might play it before because I really want to talk about Nier. I fucking love Nier, and can't get over how excited I was when that remake was announced. Odie's over 30 gang represent. I'm glad to see that I'm not the only one that's over that age. 9,342, 69. Team age 33. I'm glad to see that, yeah, at least I've got a collective around me that do know what I'm talking about when I talk about things over a certain age bracket. At least it's not Prince, who's like, he's a lot older than me. Which is funny. I think he's probably my oldest friend now. Hey Luna, how you going? Hey Luna, hey Moona. But Nier automatic tomato. I'd love an automatic tomato. I was born in 99, so I had exposure of older stuff, but not that much. You were born just before the Millennium Bug. Are you in a Millennium Bug, Cassandra? Can't wait to play Remake. The original's so special to me. I completely agree. I played it much later, Sleepy. I don't know if you played it on release. I made my way back around until I didn't come back to... I didn't play original Gestalt until much later, after it had already started becoming like a cult classic and stuff like that, and I played it, and then that's when like... surely, I'm fairly sure, Sleepy, you were aware of like Pixie Valkyrie and Mr. Clemps.
Like, I'd played it just before they started making their channels, so it was sort of like a perfect timing for me. And then learning about like more about Drakengard and all that stuff. I really want to play Drakengard 3. I still haven't played it. I know so much about that game, but I want to play the emulator on stream at some point because it looks like it runs very, very well. You're a few years younger, but you get it. Yeah, I think we're close enough in age all the time. It's sort of like that 3 either side. I feel like you sort of feel like you're in that same bracket. I think I played it like 18 months after release. Oh wow, so you played it quite soon after release. Or sort of. I was getting crunk on Surge Soda in 99. Walk. I don't even know what that sentence means. I was getting crunk on Surge Soda in 99. What the fuck is Surge Soda? I was born in the last few months of 99. Oh really? Wow. So you don't remember the pre-2000s really at all. You lived on a plantation in a rainforest. I didn't know what Pokemon was, but I'd seen the show and realized it in hindsight. Yeah, I think that there was a lot of kids that would just be aware of like Pokemon, or at least from my age bracket, just from watching kids' cartoons and things like that. That was pretty much our introduction to a lot of that stuff, was like, because it was the concept of the toy anime market was very big, and having games associated was just, it was a linchpin. It was just so easy. You never played Drakengard 3 because apparently it's crap. Hang on, I feel like we're out of news territory now. I think we're just in chat talk now. So hang on, we're gonna go move. We're gonna move over to the other section. But that was the news for today. And then I'll jump into Animal Crossing too early.